Hello, I'm here to show you how to do tracing. I have this flamingo that I have been working on. I've traced it and I've started to color it. I'll show you a little bit more about that later. And here's my big tracing paper that I can cut down to smaller pieces if I want. These are my colored pencils that I'm using today and my pencil sharpener. Now I have bird cards today to work with because in my classroom the children are often very interested in learning about birds. So once they know the names of birds or other objects, other cards, I will often encourage them to use this lesson. So I'm going to use the cardinal right now to show you how I would line up my paper and trace. I'll take a small piece of paper and put it over the drawing. You can see the picture coming through the paper. Now I'll trace what I can see. Now it's okay if I decide that I've made a mistake. I can leave it and go on and just incorporate it into something later. Sometimes it's hard to tell what's going on under the tracing paper. So if you want to, you can use a bright light and shine it on top. I just don't have one. Now I'm going to see what's happening. So when I remove the paper from the photograph, I can see some details that maybe I couldn't see while I was tracing, and I can draw them in. Like the detail on the tail and the back of the wing. There you see. Starting to look a little bit like the picture, huh? So you can see that I traced the flamingo and I started to color it in. Now, we think of flamingos as being just pink, but I wonder if you can tell from this picture that there's a lot of other types of colors in the flamingo. There's some white, there's definitely pink, but there's also black, and sometimes the pink looks almost orange. So in coloring my flamingo, I've decided to use some different kinds of orange and pinks and white even. And then I'll find some black too, because there's some black on the beak, right? So, turn that. I can just decide how I want to color the flamingo. To me, the legs of the flamingo look very pink, where the neck looked a little more orange. So I'm making the decision to change the colors that way. This color is called vermilion. It's a little red and a little orange. And I like to color with that one and then add a little pink into it. Here comes my kitty. Hello, Zora. I wonder if she'll hop up. Sometimes she likes it when I use pencils. So something I see on the flamingo are some white between the feathers. Something I see on the flamingo is some white between the feathers, so I may take my white pencil and color on top. This is my orange. So just by layering the colors together, we get something pretty interesting. Colors work together and can do different things. So here, putting down a lot of pink. You can see that. And now I'm going to make the color a little different by putting in some of the vermilion color. I didn't even have to do much, but doesn't that look really interesting on the body of the flamingo? Just because I played with the color a little bit. Now lastly, I'm going to do a little bit of the water. So I have this deep blue. And it's really up to me. It's my drawing. I can do as much of the detail as I want. I could color the whole thing blue, or I could just do the outlines that I've kind of chosen to do right here. There. Right? And you can see my flamingo. Being done is pretty much up to me on this. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to work on my cardinals. And I'm going to do 2 more on my own. And then I'm going to come back and show you how to make a little booklet of your tracings. See you later.